in today's committee hearing. Considering, Mr. Chair, that we have precedent already where the resource speaker misrepresented as to the truthfulness of the fact of the schedule of his hearing, may I move, Mr. Chair, that the veracity of the truthfulness of the facts cited in this letter be verified by the committee secretary. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion for the committee secretary to... The next topic for today is the topic on the illegal POGO. And this is the third joint public hearing on this said topic. So we begin by...
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Dan Fernandez, and then Congresswoman Jinky Luistro.
Before we start our interpellation, may we allow our COMSEC to take the oath of those who have been invited for the first time in this Quadcom hearing?
Those resource persons that the committee has invited for the first time, please take your oath. COMSEC, administer their oath, please.
Can you remove your...
Pwedeng hindi.
Hindi, mag-oath ka lang. After, pwedeng ibalik. Okay. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this congressional inquiry, so help you God? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, COMSEC. Now, to proceed, we'd like to acknowledge and recognize Congresswoman Jinky Luistro. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, we are in possession of the letter of Attorney Harry Roque seeking for excuse for his absence in today's committee hearing. Considering, Mr. Chair, that we have precedent already where the resource speaker misrepresented as to the truthfulness of the fact of the schedule of his hearing, may I move, Mr. Chair, that the veracity of the truthfulness of the facts cited in this letter be verified by the committee secretary. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion for the committee secretary to verify information as stipulated in the letter of Attorney Harry Roque. Duly seconded, and hearing no objection, the motion is approved. COMSEC, please comply.
Second, Mr. Chair, in our last lengthy hearing, Attorney Harry Roque repeatedly made representation of his commitment to submit a number of documents that includes his SALN from 2016 to 2022, DOS of multinational subdivision with tax returns, trust agreement, settlement of estate and tax returns, docs submitted to SEC pertaining to the transfer of shareholdings from spouses Roque to Attorney Percival Ortega, and ultimately the ITR of spouses Roque and Biancham Corporation. I lament, Mr. Speaker, that while we waited for the submission of these documents, because of his assurance and commitment that he will be forwarding the same, to this date, we have not received any of those, granting only for the sake of discussion that indeed he has engagements in the international arbitration in Singapore today. I do not see any reason why he will fail to submit those documents in today's hearing. Nonetheless, Mr. Chair, I understand that the committee has issued already a subpoena as earlier manifested in our morning session. I therefore manifest instead this reasonable warning for our resource speaker to comply with the said subpoena.
The statement of Congresswoman Luistro is noted, and the COMSEC is directed to follow up the requests of Congresswoman Luistro pertaining to the documents required of Attorney Harry Roque. Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro.
Third, Mr. Chair, the committee is in receipt of the letter from Cassandra Leong, represented by Attorney Topacio, claiming, among others, that her client opted to decline to testify, invoking the right to remain silent and or the right against self-incrimination. I deeply lament this action coming from the resource speaker, Mr. Chair, because we will remember that even prior to the creation of the Quadcom, various resource speakers have been mentioning already the name of Cassandra Leong. And it is really unacceptable if we will allow in today's hearing that the resource speaker will remain silent, will not answer our questions under the guise of his right against self-incrimination. In the same letter, Mr. Chair, they even cited the case of violation of visa law of the Bureau of Immigration, as well as obstruction of justice, as the case is filed already against the resource speaker, making an impression, Mr. Chair, that we cannot raise question to her anymore. With that, Mr. Chair, please allow this representation to lay down the parameters when the right against self-incrimination may be availed and when they may not be availed. Mr. Chair?
Please proceed.
In the case of Rosete versus Lim, this was decided June 8, 2006. There are two requirements before the right to self-incrimination may be availed. One, there must be an identifiable crime. And two, the resource speaker is probably guilty of the said crime. Second, Mr. Chair, in the case of Sabio versus Gordon, October 17, 2006. Right to self-incrimination can be availed only when the same is being invoked in relation to the question which is being propounded. In other words, this cannot be claimed as a blanket privilege. When there is a question, the resource speaker has to invoke and the chair has to resolve. Third, Mr. Chair, the case of De La Cruz versus People, July 23, 2014. The right to self-incrimination applies only to testimonial compulsion. In other words, object evidence is not covered by the right against self-incrimination. Fourth, Mr. Chair, is the Office of the Court Administrator versus you, which pronounces it does not cover legitimate inquiry if non-criminal matters. In other words, only question which pertain to crimes is covered by the right against self-incrimination. Fifth, Mr. Chair, is the case of People versus Aison, July 1989. The right to self-incrimination is not self-executing or automatically operational. In other words, it needs to be invoked. Otherwise, it is considered waived. Sixth, Mr. Chair, is the case of Arnold versus Nazareno. It was ruled that the right cannot be invoked if the same would be inconsistent to the witness' prior claim that the transaction were legal. If there is a prior statement already that the transaction is legal, All the subsequent questions pertaining to the same are not covered anymore by the right against self-incrimination. And last, Mr. Chair, the case of People versus Gonzo, which is likewise the ruling in the case of Senate versus Ermita. A witness is not relieved from answering merely on his own declaration that an answer might incriminate him, but rather it is for the trial judge to decide. By analogy, Mr. Chair, in our today's inquiry in aid of legislation, the discretion belongs to the chair of the Quad Committee. Mr. Chair, to proceed with my interpellation,
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair. Chairman Paduano.
Sige, Chairman Paduan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With the indulgence.
Thank you. We shall now proceed.
Mr. Chair, I wish to address these questions to Cassandra Leong.
Excuse me, Congresswoman Luistro. I'm sorry, but I missed the lineup of the members.
Cassandra, Cassie, kumusta ka na? Can you kindly remove your face mask?
Paige, can you please?
Maganda ka naman eh. Huwag ka nang... relax ka lang, Cassandra. The reason why we invited you over, because if you remember, during the joint committee hearing, we invited you twice, and then you never acceded to the invitation of the joint committee hearing, and then we issued a subpoena, and then we elevated this issue on the Quadcom. You remember the time that you texted me, di ba? And eventually you call me. And the reason why I'm trying to tell this, Mr. Chair, during the time that we have conducted that committee hearing, that joint committee hearing, Cassandra, in the spirit of transparency, Cassandra, I will tell the body, that you texted me and you called me. Para at least malaman nila kung saan tayo magsisimula. But the reason why you called me is to ask for help kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. Am I right? You can answer.
Yes po.
Yes, and during our conversation, sinabi mo kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. Is this correct, Cassandra?
Yes po.
Alright. And sa text mo sa akin, and I know that this came from your heart, sinabi mo dito sa text mo na, "Hi Kong, thank you for the time to pick up the call. Sana matapos na po, puro na lang allegation. Pag-pray ko din po, maging fair enough. Din po, I'm not involved in politics and will not po. Ayaw ko din pong madamay sa away po ng malalaking tao. Mabuhay po ang Pilipinas, mabuhay si PBBM." So you texted this, di ba? You remember? And you were saying na ayaw mo ring may madamay na sa away ng malalaking tao. Are you referring to sinong personality are you trying to imply on your text?
I invoke my right to remain silent po.
I invoke my right
Yes po.
to your right. Okay, so kasi simple lang naman yung tinatanong ko kung sino yung mga, malalaking tao ba ng mga Chinese o malalaking tao ng mga Pilipino? Mga politician ba ang sinasabi mong ayaw mong ma-involve sa away ng malalaking tao? You can answer directly, no? I mean, there's nothing wrong on saying, kasi sabi mo, Pilipino ka, di ba? And I will show you, Cassandra, this is the certificate of your naturalization nung papa mo. And we were able to get that during the time of 1978, he applied for the naturalization. And thereby, when you were born in year 2000, you are a Pilipina. Di ba? So, Pilipina ka. So, maaring sa dugo ay Chinese ka, pero sa puso at isipan, Pilipina ka. Am I correct?
Opo.
At saan ka madadamay ng mga away na sinasabi mo sa text mo sa akin? I never replied, di ba? Hindi ako nag-reply sa'yo eh. Because I really don't want you to answer back on my cell phone. What I wanted is for you to appear on the committee and to answer to all of us. So, sino?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right po to remain silent po.
Congressman Fernandez, if
Yes,
I may.
Mr. Chair.
Yung tanong ni Congressman Dan Fernandez ay hindi naman incriminating. Dahil ang tanong niya, kaninong away? Is that an incriminating statement?
Ang sinasabi ko po is right to remain silent po. Hindi po self-incrimination.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Chair,
Congressman Akop?
I would just like to remind Madam Cassandra Ong and her lawyer that what we are conducting here is not a custodial investigation where you can invoke your right to remain silent. There have been Supreme Court decisions on this. So I think the witness has to answer. Otherwise, we will move to cite her in contempt for refusal to answer.
Mr. Chairman,
That is correct. Congresswoman Luistro, you want to...
Mr.
say
Chair,
something?
the reason why I started our hearing with the parameters on the use of right to self-incrimination is to guide our resource speaker as to when they can be availed of and when they cannot. And as far as this representation is concerned, Mr. Chair, we have two elements before they can avail of the right against self-incrimination. One, there must be identifiable crime. And two, there is the probability that the resource speaker may be convicted of the crime. Now at this point, Mr. Chair, may we ask Ms. Cassandra Ong, nung tinanong ka ba ni Honorable Dan Fernandez, kaninong away ang iniiwasan mo? Ano bang krimen ang iniisip mo na baka ikaw ay madamay?
I refuse to testify. I refuse to answer po para sa own reason ko po.
If I may, Congresswoman Luistro, I'm sure it is upon the advice of your counsel, Attorney Topacio. Kaya mo sinasabi that you refuse to testify or the right against self-incrimination, etc., etc. Pero maliwanag po na marami pong sinite ng mga jurisprudence tungkol dito. And we don't want to, we are very lenient to your client, Attorney Topacio. And because of that leniency, we allowed her to appear before us so that we can propound questions related to the alleged crime that she has committed. Under the jurisprudence that was cited by Congresswoman Luistro, meron pong identifiable crime. And we don't want the committee to be compelled to cite her in contempt. Because as it is, she is already detained in the House. And once the committee rules on citing her in contempt again, she probably would stay in this detention facility much longer. Kaya please, advise your client to cooperate. As long as her rights are not violated, we will continue to ask her questions. At yung mga tanong po na yan ay related po sa investigasyon na kung saan ay mayroon pong operasyon ng illegal na pogo dito sa ating bansa at si Cassandra Leong ang muka o ang representasyon o representative nitong mga pogong ito. Kaya yun ang gusto po naming malaman, Attorney Topacio. Please advise your client. Yes, Cassandra, naintindihan mo ba yung sinabi ko?
Yes po.
So, sasagot ka na, Cassandra.
Mr. Chair, pwede po ako mag-excuse sa sarili ko ng like 10 minutes lang po.
Excused for 10 minutes to consult with your lawyer. 10 minutes.
Yes po.
The chair, is that too long? I mean, that's too long.
5 minutes.
You can consult any member you wish to consult. Kung yan ang problema. Kasi if you give you 10 minutes, alam mo, kanina pang umaga itong ating mga resource persons naghihintay.
Yeah.
In fact, we started 10 o'clock, tuloy-tuloy po, at wag mo nang i-delay. Simple lang naman po yung tanong. Yung tanong
Che.
po ay related po doon sa iyong involvement dyan sa Lucky South 99.
And Mr. Chairman, I think the resource person must consider na, well, she's not special. Hindi po kayo lamang ang resource person that we are investigating. All of these resource persons have been here since morning. Lucky you, you are in your own room, di ba? Meron kang aircon, meron kang sariling kwarto. But all of these people who are working tirelessly to ferret the truth has been here for so long. We hope you understand, and you're asking for 10 minutes for us to wait another 10 minutes. I think, Mr. Chair, that is unacceptable. And if I may, ask, can we ask Attorney Topacio?
Yes, you may.
What's the reason, Attorney Topacio, that you are asking for a 10-minute suspension?
May I address the chair, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
It was not my idea, actually, Your Honor. It was her request to me. And I told her to relay it directly because I cannot talk unless recognized. Thank you, Your Honors.
Thank you, Attorney Topacio. Congressman Fernandez, please proceed.
Cassandra, what is the reason for a 5-minute suspension that for you to talk to your lawyer? Are you asking for a 10-minute?
Yes po. Yes po.
And what's the reason behind?
Mr. Chair,
Okay, sige. We will allow you for a 5-minute conference with your lawyer, provided that pagbalik mo, you will tell the truth. Is that clear?
Mr. Chairman, I object because we've been waiting here for so long. Let's start with this right now.
I think the resource person needs to confer with her client. And the
Mr. Chair.
committee is
Mr. Chair.
silent about that. And
Wala.
because it is also her right,
Mr.
so
Chair.
we can provide her at least 5 minutes.
Mr. Chair, Mr.
May I
Chair,
remind our members that when the chair is speaking, let us not disturb him. That is the rule.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. Thank you also, Congressman Abante.
well,
So-
Mr. Chair, I'd like to find out who is Congressman Akop referring to. I am one of the chairman of the court committee.
Yes, 1 minute suspension.
And I have the
please.
right.
1 minute.
Punta sila nag-away. Easy.
Hearing is resumed. You already had your 5 minutes, Cassandra. So, please proceed, Congressman Dan
Okay,
Fernandez.
I hope, Cassie, you'll be answering all the query of all these members who are here, precisely because you are a Filipina ka. And I just want you to remind you, I'll show you some pictures, Cassandra. Have you seen this? Nakita mo na ba to? These are all the torture victims na nakuha sa cellphone doon sa Porac at sa Banban. All those collected cellphones ay nakalagay itong mga pictures na to. These are victims of torture perpetrated doon sa Porac at sa Banban. Have you seen this? No, first time. Now lang? Okay. I will show you another picture. Ito mga pictures din. Ito naman yung mga namatay. They are 66 foreigners. Hindi makilala kung bakit sila namatay. Lahat sila, almost all Chinese. Natagpuan sila, almost everybody sa Region 3. So, nakita mo na ba sila? Hindi pa? Hindi pa rin?
Hindi po.
Okay. The reason why I showed you all these pictures is for you to realize the gravity of what you are into right now. Are you a incorporator of Lucky South 99?
Hindi po.
Hindi ka incorporator ng Lucky South 99? Never? Remember, you are under oath. Member ka or not? Baka ina-advise mo, attorney, mali. Ha? Starting 2019, she is already an executive assistant of Lucky South 99. Cassandra, are you an incorporator of Lucky South 99 since 2019 to the present?
I think assistant lang po, pero hindi siya incorporator.
You are an executive assistant.
Tawag po dito, authoring.
2019. Tama, Cassandra?